right, folks, I'm here with Ignace, and we are at Procella, and you guys have some really exciting news that just came about within recent weeks. Great news for a company that's been around for almost 2 decades.
Indeed, yeah. The company was founded 2005. And so in that period, they have been developing excellent speakers, high-quality speakers, except for, I think, there's so much potential within the company that we have not seen coming out of the company, and we have not seen the growth that the company could do. So what we've been doing lately, and we've been looking at the company for a little bit of time, we've invested into the company. And so it means that we have funds available now to really grow the company into the next stage. So that's really exciting news, yes.
Very exciting. So before we dive into some more of that, can you give me a little background on yourself? Because you have been in the industry for a very long time and in a big way.
In the industry, yes, but not in the sound industry. In cinema for a long time, commercial cinema, because my background is Barco, and my mission has been for a long, long time how to get the best image on screen.
Sure.
And so now that has been changing, how to get the best audible experience in the theater. In the theater, commercial, both, and residential.
Mm-hmm.
So Procella has been traditionally very active in the residential space. Of course, with our background, we will also tap into the commercial industry, because what we have heard is that the quality of speakers in the residential space is so high compared to what is today in commercial space, and there's so much room for improvement, and we have all the right products to do that. So we're really thrilled to make that happen, to also make the audio experience a lot better in commercial cinema, because the audio experience, that's what I learned now very recently, adds a lot to the overall experience of movie.
Oh, it certainly does, yeah.
Almost much more, I think, than the visual experience. And of course, that's strange for me to say, because I have been 28 years at Barco doing projectors all of my life. But now it's really really very nice to see what we can do and with these speakers, and how we can really lift the experience of moviegoers, both in commercial but also for the home.
Well, it's very exciting to have someone bring the high-end expertise from the visual side of things over into the audio side of things. And, you know, personally, as a customer of someone, you know, who I don't really attend commercial cinemas quite as much, because, as you're saying, the audio experience is lacking compared to what you can now do in your own home.
Indeed. After I've heard what these guys can do in the demo center that we had, next time I went to the commercial cinema watching a movie, it was like, what's wrong with the sound?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with the sound. It's just not up to the level where it needs to be.
It's not modern.
We made it our mission. When we changed our company logo, we changed the branding, but we also added Sound Perfected. That's really what we're standing for. We want to bring that next level of sound quality. We have the products to do it. We just have to find ways to get into that segment. And Procella, I think, didn't have the means to do so. And so with the expertise that we have and the background that we have, we will be able to get into that market as well. That's really our mission.
Well, another exciting thing is, you know, you have the commercial side, but then you can also bring that same experience into the residential side. So someone can go to a commercial cinema, experience it, and then bring it right to their own home.
Exactly. It goes hand in hand together. So you have the commercial space, you have the residential space. They have slightly different products, but of course, from a quality perspective, we have the same ambition. Mm-hmm. And so we're looking at both angles, and both go hand in hand together very well.
Yeah.
And so we will try to get it. The other thing with commercial, it brings scale. And the company today was not ready to scale. There's, from a process perspective, from an operations perspective, from all of these different things. So that's also requires a different mindset in the company. A different mindset, but also getting ready for growth. And so we're changing operations, we're expanding R&D capability, we're adding marketing capabilities, we're adding what a good company needs to have to really grow into the market. But again, it all supports the mission of how do we bring a better audio experience to our customers, whether it's in the residential or in the commercial.
And you were saying to me off camera, you're building this foundation, but this is not a foundation that you're looking to build and then leave. This is a foundation you're looking long-term to sustain.
Yeah, we're not in here for the short term. It's not like stepping in, we're going to do our thing and then we step out. We're here for the long run. My history at Barco, I was there for 28 years. I'm not a short-term guy, right? So we're stepping in. We're going to make it a great journey. That's at least our ambition. And so, yeah, we're looking forward to that. We're really thrilled.
And can you briefly just tell us a little bit about the product categories that are currently in the catalog for Procella?
So yeah, we got of course the speakers for the residential space because they have been around for a long time. There is a speaker range for the commercial range. We will further fine tune that because of course it matches our ambition to get into that space as well. Of course, we have the subwoofers, which go both in residential as well as in commercial.
Yeah, there's a big one over there, by the way.
There's a big one over there. There's
looking very menacing.
There, yes. And that subwoofer over there can go in very large rooms into commercial as well. So we have the product portfolio. There's a bit of fine-tuning needed. We got a special range as well, which is called the above speakers, or at least we call it the above speakers, for acoustic non-transparent screens. We got a fairly large installed base of that. Of course, it fits well with LED. There's not a lot of LED around, but we have customers that want the best image on screen as well. And so they choose for non-perforated screens. And non-perforated means you cannot put speakers behind the screen. And so we have a fairly large installed base of these above speakers, which are doing a bit of magic of making sure that the sound is perceived that it comes from within the image.
Sure, big deal right now, too.
Above the image.
Yeah.
And so I think we have kind of the largest installed base of that type of speaker of anybody in the world. And of course, with LED coming to the market, we're in a very good position to also...
yeah, and I mean, you coming from Barco, you're well aware that the micro LED walls, while very expensive, there's a lot of amazing things that they can do. You know, right here, Quantum Media Systems downstairs is putting on quite a show.
Exactly. So. And they're expensive, but they will take space in the market. They will not overrule the market, but they will take a space in the market. And even if they do only 5% of the market, there's 200,000 screens out there in commercial. Right. So 5% is still a nice number.
Yeah.
So let LED will find its space, and we're going to tag along.
Yeah.
So
excellent. Well, I'm super excited to follow along with the journey of Procella and see. I called it Procella 2.0. I don't know if that's appropriate, but
we call it Procella 2.0 as well. So perfect. Yes.
Yeah, that's excellent. So it's very exciting to see you guys come along and invest, and really looking forward to seeing what happens.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Everyone out there, you can like, share, and definitely subscribe to our channel and come hang out with us on the Home Theater Forum at avnirvana.com.